Good evening, everyone. I'm Antonio Perry, your high school principal. I'd like to start out by congratulating the class of 2020. Now for our pledge, I'd like to introduce Chase Maselli, your class president.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I'd like to introduce you to your first student speaker, salutatorian, Isha Saith.
As I sit here, trying to think of what I want to put in this speech, nothing seems right. There's just so much to say, and too little words to explain how I feel in this moment. I guess I should start off by saying that I'm so incredibly proud of every single one of us for making it to this point. I know this isn't exactly how any of us were expecting it to be. At least, when I dreamt of graduation, global pandemic isn't exactly what was going through my mind. It truly is something that only comes around every 100 years. Literally. But so is the class of 2020. I remember back in elementary school when kids would whisper about the unlucky day of Friday the 13th. Me, being clueless, had no idea what they meant. Now, I do. March 13th may have been the last day we spent together as a class, but it wasn't our last day as Panthers. We all knew that one day we would have to look at each other and say our final goodbyes. I know that we all thought we'd have time to prepare for those goodbyes, and though at the moment we may have thought our time was cut short, as I think about it now, maybe it was just enough to learn everything we needed to, because when that day ended, as unprepared as we were to say goodbye, we were more prepared than we ever thought possible to enter the world Sweet Home worked so hard to teach us. Unity, compassion, acceptance, and love. As we gather here today, there's so much going on outside our walls that it's easy to lose sight of what's important, love. In my 13 years, Sweet Home has taught me that love and compassion are the only things we need to be happy in this world. Even the small things like Flag Day in elementary school, when Mr. Lowe would show us how to aim at the dunk tanks, to middle school, when we had our team days, playing those minute-to-win-it games. We probably didn't realize it, but these weren't about the silly games, but about coming together and working as a family. In high school, being part of so many clubs has given me such a great chance to be part of this amazing Sweet Home community. While Ken Club, French Honor Society, and Unified Bowling are entirely unrelated, they're united under their idea of love and compassion. One moment of my high school career that will always stand out with me is the Panther Rumble. As a freshman, I remember going to my first pep rally and having absolutely no idea what was going on or what the Panther Rumble was. But as time went on, all of a sudden the Panther Rumble grew as a tradition, and it was something we looked forward to at the end of assembly. I guess I should admit that I still don't know how to do the Panther Rumble, but you get the idea. Everywhere you go in Sweet Home, you're met with a group of people who come together, accept one another, and celebrate each other. And that's really all that's important. I want to thank all our teachers who've contributed to this idea. They have continuously put in an incredible amount of time and effort to not only teach us, but to mentor us and prepare us for the future. I'd like to especially thank Dr. English for always teaching us life lessons and rigorously preparing us for college. Mr. Albano for always believing in us and going beyond simply answering a question. Mr. Hicks for always making me doubt my intelligence and making me laugh. And Miss Duma for always sharing her life stories with us. All of my teachers have always gone above and beyond to make Sweet Home the community it is today. I'd also like to thank my friends and family for continuously believing in me, pushing me, and giving me unconditional support. And that goes out to all our families and mentors who have been another driving force to our success. Thank you for contributing to and supporting the ideas Sweet Home has built. Even though it didn't last as long as we thought it would, time always seems to escape from us. So let's be thankful for the time we did spend together. This class has been through so much, but it's only shown us that we're strong, capable of adapting to whatever the world has to throw at us, and that time is incredibly important. I know that as all of us move into the future, we have amazing things coming for us. Whether we're the world's next engineers, cinematographers, vets, nurses, soldiers, or simply go-getters, we'll always be Panthers. Let's move on into this world carrying the lessons Sweet Home's taught us. Let's raise our voices to show the world love and compassion, because right now, we are what the world needs.
I'd like to introduce Kevin Nguyen, your valedictorian.
For those of you who don't know my personality, I bet you're thinking, this is going to be the longest time I've heard Kevin speak at one time. I will deny that, because it's very true. Also, I just want to quickly mention and thank Mr. Albana, Mr. Hicks, and Mrs. Bellucci, because this is a spoiler, but this is going to be the only time I mention teachers by name, because just for these next 5 minutes, I'm going to be selfish. While I'm at it, I'm also going to thank all of our great teachers, families, and friends that have been with us through these past few years, and especially these past few months. You guys have pushed each and every one of us to do our best and be our best, inside of school or outside of school, academic or not. You were there for us every step along the way. Right now, there's a lot going on, but I think that makes it so much more important to focus on what's happening right now. We, the Sweet Home class of 2020, are graduating. We've made it. Many of you have gone to Sweet Home for your entire life as a student, which is like 13 or 14 years. But truthfully, I've only been here for 12 years. But that's the story of my time here, coming up short. It's a story that many of us can relate to. It sounds like a tragic story, an unlucky story, doesn't it? Usually, yes, but not at Sweet Home. Do you guys remember that letter that the school sent to us last summer with our transcripts? The letters where we all learned where we stood in the class? When Chloe asked me about my class rank, I hadn't gotten that letter yet. And as much as I say that I don't care about the ranking, or that I don't deserve to be valedictorian, or that Isha or Chloe deserve it more than me, I was anxious to find out about my class rank. I thought people always joked about how I'd end up as valedictorian, how awkward it would if I were second or third or fourth or, so on. It was 2 or 3 days before the letter came for me. I opened it. I was excited and nervous to see my rank. The paper read 1 out of 200 something. I did it. I was first. So why wasn't I as happy about it for as long as I was anxious? Why was the payoff for the work I put in just a few seconds of happiness? It's about the journey, not the destination. Could that cliched saying be the reason why I felt the way I did? There's no way, right? There had to have been more to it. Nope. That was it. Just a few seconds of happiness in exchange for all that hard work. And as quickly as that letter came, our senior year started. We found ourselves counting down the days until our SAT scores came in, days until we needed to finish our college applications, and days until graduation. We never could have imagined that our high school journey would end on Friday, March 13th, 2020. Our senior year was cut short by the pandemic. What was supposed to be our last few months together, topped off with senior nights, events, award ceremonies, and graduation, didn't happen. But that's honestly fine. A few years down the road, missing out on these things won't really be that big of a deal. It'll be just a small part of our memory. But what does matter is what Sweet Home has offered to us throughout our time here. Whether you've been here your entire time as a student or you've just transferred in, Sweet Home has been more than just a school that we had to get up for and attend every day. From the athletes to the musicians to the students who only did school, Sweet Home has taught us the importance of building relationships, the importance of being humble, and above all, the importance of family. What other school would regularly host contests to engage and bring students together? At what other school would you see a day shortened to host a unified basketball game? Only at Sweet Home. My fellow graduates, we may not have perfect vision. We may not be able to see into the future. And yeah, right now the future is pretty uncertain. But so what? From the bushfires in Australia, to the near war with Iran, to the impeachment trial of a sitting president, to the COVID-19 pandemic, and most recently, to the new life breathed into the Black Lives Matter movement, we've been with each other all this time, unified by these events. They've been key moments of the journey we have taken together. And as we all move into the next stage and destination of our lives, whether you're heading off to college, into the military, or joining the workforce, keep this in mind. Our class, more so than other graduating classes in the past, have been given a rare opportunity to shape the future. And that's right, I said the future, not just your future, not my future, not Sweet Home's future, but the future of all of us. Don't waste that chance. Right now, we may not be walking across the stage, shaking hands, and getting our diplomas, but the stage is set for us to create our own paths, to set out on a different journey towards a new destination. Where we are in 10, 20, or 30 years does not really mean much. My fellow graduates, instead of walking across the stage at UB for a mere 15 seconds, we need to be walking the paths we make, even if it looks uncertain. Even if the path ahead is dark, look forward and move on. I heard that the journey is worth it. To the class of 2020, thank you for the memories and congratulations.
I'd like to introduce you to Matthew Carlini, third speaker and student vote.
Thank you. Everybody, please be seated. Hello to the class of 2020. I'd like to welcome Superintendent Day, educators, school board members, and all the families and pets who are watching right now. First of all, I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you to all the essential workers and especially the healthcare workers who have kept us safe during this pandemic. Well, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Matthew Carlini, and if you don't know who I am, you're probably like every other senior and don't pay attention to the morning announcements. Like legendary Bills coach Marv Levy said, where would you rather be than right here, right now, sitting on your couch and watching me give you a speech? The class of 2020 was born in the height of the fear of 9/11 and graduating during a global pandemic. What's next? Getting married during an asteroid attack? Like many of you, I started my Sweet Home education 13 years ago. The foundation that my kindergarten teacher, Mrs. Mantell, has followed me to this very day. She used to call us super kids, and boy was she right. At Maplemere, I had the pleasure of playing line tag and had dance parties under the direction of the late great phys ed teacher and legendary Sweet Home coach, Mr. John Fowler. As elementary schoolers, we listened and danced to Gangnam Style and wore 200 silly bands on each wrist, thinking it was cool. And it was cool. Then, we entered middle school, where we listened to Mr. McLaughlin teach us about historic battles in his New York accent, like the New York Yankees versus the Boston Red Sox. We used to stand in the decorated cafeteria, thinking it was cool at the SHMS activity night with our friends. We had sayings like, "Do it for the vine." We participated in the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, and the death of Harambe shocked us all. Now on to high school. Like the great Canadian poet Drake once said, started from the bottom, now we're here. In these past 4 years, nothing beat Mr. Martin's pep rallies. They sort of had a game show feel. Some of us won TVs, an Xbox, AirPods, and even some new kicks. We learned more than subjects from our teachers. If you experienced Miss Mansell's class, you would know she is more than just a Spanish teacher. She taught her students her passion of love, peace, and equality. These things seem very important right now outside of the classroom. If you are looking for a caring and compassionate coach, you don't have to look past the walls of Sweet Home. Coach John Campolo leads by example. He is respected by teachers and students, but mostly by all of his players. Congrats on the baseball state championship of 2020, Camp. In all seriousness, the past 4 years haven't been a walk in the park. We have had some difficult decisions to make. College, military, or trade school. What do I feel like eating today? The daily chicken patty or Big Daddy's pizza? Who am I talking to? Summer or autumn? Along the way, every student has experienced his or her shares of disappointment, including me. I'll never forget the first time I watched Star Wars. I jumped up and told my mom I want to be a Jedi someday. She said, "Maddie, grow up. You're graduating next week." When I think of our 2020 class, I think of Darius Carter and Khalil Mack, Jacob Kazes and Albert Einstein, Allie Bastion and Broadway, and Kenny Naples and the Jolly Green Giant. As a class whole, I think of us being like the 1980 USA Olympic hockey team, best known for the Miracle on Ice. A bunch of underdogs that worked hard, showed heart, and helped one another out. And at the end of the day, they struck gold. Blue and gold. So let me leave you with one thought. If we can graduate during a global pandemic, what can't we do? And just think, we'll be part of history that'll be taught to our kids and grandkids. Like Ron Burgundy says, stay classy, sweet home. Thank you. And may the force be with you.
Your former high school principal, Scott Martin, would like to say a few words.
Good evening, class of 2020. As you are more aware now than ever before, our lives are defined by a few key events along our timeline that impact our journey and change our trajectory. Our mindset through those landmark events is what propels us to learn from our defeat and to celebrate our triumphs when adversity reveals our grit. While this ceremony may not have the stage, the flowers, and the live music, you do have the single most important piece of the moment right by your side, your family and loved ones, and they are prouder of you than ever before. At the conclusion of this commencement, you will undoubtedly enter into a world that will be forever changed, and with that will come new opportunities and some traditional resets. More than anything, you will enter into a world that is more equipped to take care of you, one that values true human connection and relationships. And as each and every milestone of your life comes and goes, you will approach it more thoughtfully, a bit slower, and methodically take in the joy and happiness of those experiences. Regardless of how you receive your diploma, the reality is that you put in the work and stayed the course to earn it, in more challenging times than most that came before you. This year's commencement is less of an exit and more of an invitation to use your education to begin to heal our society. We're all counting on you. Stay mentally tough, stay true to yourself, surround yourself with others that share a passion to make the world a better place, and find the courage to lead others and show them the way. Most importantly, stay Panthers forever. Best wishes and congratulations to the class of 2020.
I'd like to introduce Mr. Scott Johnson, your Board of Education president.
Greetings, graduates. My name is Scott Johnson, and I am president of the Board of Education. On behalf of my fellow board members, I'm here to offer our congratulations. You have pushed through a year that none of us will ever forget. Best wishes for success wherever life leads you next.
In closing, your superintendent of schools, Mr. Anthony Day.
Good evening, Panthers. On behalf of the Board of Education and the entire Sweet Home community, I want to congratulate each of you on your graduation from high school. Graduation, under any circumstances, is a notable time in your life. It marks a real transition from childhood to adulthood, from dependence to independence, from being someone's son or daughter to being an individual in your own right, ready to find yourself instead of others defining you. This year, of course, has been like no other, and the world that this graduation class moves into works very differently than it did just a few months ago. Will 2020 be a watershed year for our nation, for the world? Time will tell, but for each of you, it offers the promise of commencement, a beginning of something new. My question to you as you start this new phase of your life is, do you know who you are? Do you know who you want to be? I don't ask this as the question posed to an 8-year-old who answers fireman or teacher. Instead, I ask you to consider who is the person you wish to be. What are the qualities and traits that you want others to know you as? What story do you wish others to tell about you? You may or may not like the narrative that is out there about you now. You may not think what others say is fair or true. It might hurt that others don't know you as the person you think you really are. Within a few weeks, though, many of you will enter college. Some will venture out of town, others will stay local. Some of you will start new jobs. Some have enlisted in the military. Regardless of your destination, you'll be surrounded by people that don't have any narrative about you. You get a clean page and a chance to rewrite your own story. Throughout the past 3 months, we've all heard or used the phrases, these unprecedented times and the new normal. And at times, we've decried these axioms and grown annoyed at how flippantly they're tossed about in their daily use. But maybe, rather than ridicule them, we should instead really consider that this could be a unique moment in our nation's history. In considering the possibility that we truly are entering a new normal, I hearken back to my past and my own graduation from high school. Like many of you, my journey after high school included plans for college. But I was unexpectedly to be joined by someone very close to me. My mom gave birth to 5-day children and spent her life as a professional mother, staying home to cook and clean, to drive us to events, to cheer us on in sports, and repeat. After 21 years of raising kids and keeping house, my mother wasn't satisfied with her narrative, and in wanting more, announced that she too wanted to start college. One evening, as my father considered the college tuition bills he was now facing, he pulled me aside gently to inform me that instead of going away to school, I would instead enroll right here at the University of Buffalo with my 2 older brothers and my mom. Now, graduating from high school and going to college is supposed to be a time to stretch one's wings, leave the nest, get out there on your own. So imagine my dismay when my mother came home one afternoon gleefully waving her fall schedule, a schedule that included History 162, World War II, just like mine. She was so excited, she couldn't wait. I was so mortified, I dreaded the thought. My mother, of course, was the perfect student. She did all the reading. She never read the Spark Notes. Her papers were always completed on time, most times early, and always done well. She took copious notes and asked questions in class. She seemed to know everyone in each of her classes and fielded phone calls from her classmates, many 20 to 25 years younger than she was. 4 years later, though, my mom's reclamation of her life became complete as she became, at age 48, our family's first female college graduate. She went on to earn a master's degree and began teaching Latin in a local middle school. My mother made a commitment to change her narrative and reimagined herself. She wanted new answers to the questions of who she was, and more importantly, who she wanted to become. Over time, my adolescent shame was replaced by a sense of pride and admiration of a son marveling at his mother's renaissance. Unwittingly, my mom had taught me through her own model that it's never too late, and we can all reimagine ourselves. As superintendent, I'm charged with leading a process to figure out how we will reopen schools this September. How do we educate our students while keeping them and our staff safe from a virus for which there is no cure? In this effort, we've been asked to think about how, rather than simply come back, that we could come back better. Can we put aside what we've always done to consider what we might do? The conditions created by the pandemic are requiring almost every segment of our society to reconsider how it can meet its mission within constraints we've never before faced. In recent weeks, you have also seen people take to the streets demanding that we reimagine ourselves as citizens and as a society to give voice to all, to change the narrative we each relate in our relationships with one another. The conversations taking place in city streets and living rooms across the nation are not necessarily comfortable, but force us to consider our national narrative and how we might change it. The events of the past 3 months represent a seminal moment for our nation to reimagine itself. But doesn't becoming better collectively start with becoming better individually? Your world will begin to shift as you learn that life is not multiple choice, that there are no bells, and that you may not be able to turn things in late. You will meet new people with experiences vastly different from your own. Your relationships will grow more complex, and the time needed to solve life's challenges will require more time to ponder than a TikTok video. In this environment of change and challenge, I urge you to maintain those traits that have kept you going, or take on those that you'll need to survive. Will you take the time to paint a newer, better picture of yourself and for your community? Will you take the time to recognize, celebrate, and savor your successes? What fights will you take on rather than sidestep or merely laugh them off? The answer to these questions lies within each of us, within our willingness to accept that there might be something more than we can be. I have faith in the power of youth. I have faith in a class that has faced Parkland and pandemic. I have faith in you. I've watched so many of you for so many years, each of you so very different, but at your core, wonderful people, individuals I have been proud to join in our community. And today, as you start this new journey towards a better you, I would ask you to never forget or take for granted those that have been with you through thick and thin, your parents and those loved ones that have guided you for so long. They will be your biggest cheerleaders when times are good and the rocks upon which you can lean when times get tough. Don't hesitate to tell them that you love them and that you are proud of them. Remember, they need you on their journey just like you need them on yours. Congratulations, class of 2020. I wish you the best of luck as you take your leave of high school, but hope you'll never take your leave of being a Panther. Congratulations and best of luck.
In keeping with the tradition of the cowbell, I'd like to introduce to you Ken Naples.
Hey. Hey, congrats, class of 2020.
Sabrine Abbas. Mohammed Al-Nuaim. Haura Alabudea. Faraz Alamgir. Anthony Aldik. Huda Al-Juburi. Dirar Al-Khatib. Qadir Alwan. Mohammed Alwan. Masuma Amini.
I'm so grateful to be graduating high school, and I would like to thank my teachers, my parents, and my friends who supported me all these years.
Axel Andrews. Safa Atala. Madison Aust.
I want to thank my family and friends for helping me get through these last 4 years and supporting me. I would not be here without them right now, and I owe them the world.
Andrew Avery. Lauren Baker. Maria Ball. Tyler Ball. Caitlin Bandelian. Samia Banks. Ariel Barbapoulos. Camille Barnes. Miquan Barnes. Alexandra Bashton.
Hi, my name is Alexandra Bashton. I'm going to Fredonia for Music Education, and I would like to thank Sweet Home, my friends and family, and teachers for supporting me and shaping me into who I am today.
Joseph Bastian. Matthew Bellis. Kathleen Bennett. Namil Bethia. Alexander Biondo.
Thank you for these teachers for changing my Sweet Home career. Mr. Dunstan, Mr. and Mrs. Petrie, Miss Mansell, Mr. Elliott, Mr. Hawkins, Mrs. Van Harrison, Mrs. Ross, and Mrs. Caniglio.
Miranda Blinzler.
I would like to thank my friends and family for getting me through this year, and being a part of Class of 2020 has been amazing. Go Panthers.
Dean Booth. Aiden Braff. Angel Brooks. Kyler Brophy. Chardae Brown. Raiya Brown. Michael Brock. Ian Burgess. Cameron Burgos. Haley Burke.
I want to graduate, maybe not on time. This covers this long breaky. My name is Haley, I might be loud. That's it.
Clinton Calloway. Layla Campolo. Ashley Cappello. Lindsey Cappello. Matthew Carlini.
Hi, I'm Matt Carlini. I'd like to shout out the boys in graduating, and I'm proud to be a part of the Sweet Home Class of 2020. Go Panthers.
Darian Carter. Darius Carter. Jessica Carter. Jacob Kazis. Emily Serto. Brendan Charlick. Jacob Chilvas. David Cologne.
I just want to say I'm thankful for my teachers and my parents for pushing me for what I can do. And now I'm going to do something with my life in carpentry. Bye.
Collin Coogan.
I would like to thank my family, my friends, my teachers, and my coaches that have helped me throughout this journey. And congratulations to my class of 2020.
Grace Cornwell. Veray Costello. Jaden Cryon.
I would like to thank all of my teachers for helping me throughout the years.
Brianna Crawford.
I just want to say thank you to Ms. Schultz. You know, we had a really close bond. You know, I could depend on you and rely on you for anything that I need.
Shane Croft. Sarah Cumming.
I'd just like to thank Mrs. Mediak-Parigi, Mrs. Schultz, Mrs. Steffen, Mrs. Faze, and Mrs. Bear, as well as my friends and family and the people in Adopt a Senior for believing in me.
Kinari Cunningham. Niari Curry.
My name is Niari Curry. I'm a 2020 graduate of Sweet Home High School. I just want to thank my mom, my friends, and my teachers for helping me get past these 4 years. And I'll be attending Morgan State University.
Christopher Day. Alexandra D'Souza, Nadiya Delaney, Destiny Dens, Andrew DeRisley, Kali DeVito, Kayla Doherty, Kyle Derwald, Caleb Dyson, Dana Edholm.
So proud to have been a part of the Sweet Home family. Thank you so much for the amazing 4 years. Panthers forever.
Sammy Esala, Emily Fadale,
Congrats, class of 2020. I want to say thank you to all my friends, families, and teachers who helped me to get where I am today.
Jared Feely,
Congratulations, Sweet Home seniors. Remember, this is your story. Write it how you want it, and don't let anyone stop you.
Cole Feldman,
Hey, it's Cole. Can't wait to go to the University of Pittsburgh next year. Thank you to mom, dad, extended family, friends, everyone who's given me love and support throughout the years. Thank you to everybody.
Brian Ferguson, Gabriella Ferreri, Ashley Fiegel, Samuel Fisher, Sean Fitzpatrick, Corey Flack, Cameron Frazier, Samuel Frost, Marie Gakoti, Allyson Gardner, Grace Gardner, Yogendra Gautam, Matthew Gaurun, Tessa Gawrys, William George, Shawn Gerber, Janiyah Gooseby, John Gorgush, Edward Gould, Rydell Griffin.
Thank you, Sweet Home, for an amazing 4 years. Shout out to my friends and my teachers for all the great memories. I'm ready for the next chapter of my life. Big Griff, signing out.
Olivia Guadagna, Anthony Gugino Jr., Julia Guppenberger,
My name's Julia. I'm going to be attending Duval College in the fall. I'm going to be majoring in nursing, and I'm going to be minoring in Spanish for healthcare.
Ariana Guzman, Emran Haidara, Angelina Hall, Elliot Hammoud, Adrienne Harris, Adriana Harris, Jada Harville, Mustafa Hassan, Sean Hedrick,
Thank you to all my friends, family, and teachers for helping me get to where I am. I'm excited to see some of y'all in college. Herr Murphy, du bist die Ziege, and congratulations, class of 2020.
Kanisha Hendricks, Sofia Hernandez, Ryan Hewitt, Daquan Hill, Aliyah Hodges.
Thank you, CM High School, for guiding me throughout my high school journey, and thank you to my family and friends for pushing me when I struggled. Without you, this would not be possible. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Micaiah Holiday, Kainishi Holloway, Cassandra Hoock, Tasfia Hawk, Tasnia Hawk, Joseph Horvath Jr., Sarah Hudson.
Thanks for the memories, Panthers. Now it's time for me to put my horns up.
Shahad Ibrahim, Chukwudi Ilozua, Ina Ilienko, Faith Irizarry, Grant Irwin, Omar Iskander Hussein, Notion Islam.
I want to thank my mom, my dad, my sister, my grandmother, anybody else who has supported me throughout these crazy last 4 years. Thank you so much. I wouldn't be here without you.
Donovan Jackman, Samaria Jackson, Gavin Janis.
Thank you to all my Sweet Home teachers, coaches, all my friends and family for getting me to where I am today. I can't wait to continue my education at Nadiya College for secondary special education in Plain Cross.
Coral Janukowski, Faith Johnson, Nia Jones, Jared Kapuzak, Jada Kearney, Srijana Kanal, Paige Kiefer, Isaiah Killian, Bridget King.
I'm Bridget King, and I just wanted to say thank you to Sweet Home for giving me the education that I need to move forward. Thank you to my family for supporting me throughout the whole time, and to my friends for making high school such a fun experience.
Jaden King, Pierce King, Isaiah King Montgomery, Raphael Kopti, Claire Kopnick, Cameron Cowell, Anton Kukto, Kaylee Ann Quokka,
Sweet Home, I just wanted to say thank you for everything. I'll always cherish the memories that I made here. I can't wait to come back and visit. Bye!
Andrew LaRock, Nicholas Leo,
Congratulations, class
of 2020.
Matthew Liska,
Thank you, Mom, Dad, Nana, Papa, Kevin, and Frank. Thank you, Sweet Home, for all the great memories. Good luck to the class of 2020. Go Panthers.
Nicholas Lissman, Apollona Ugiki, Braden Locke, Jennifer Lopez, Alfred Lucas,
Hi, I'm Alfred Jamel Lucas. I enjoyed my last 4 years here at Sweet Home. I would like to thank the Sweet Home community and all the fun memories I have that we remember. And for the underclassmen, enjoy while you're here. Lucas out.
Lauren Lucci,
Hi guys, Lauren Lucci here. This fall I am attending NCCC for Business. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Christian Lugo, Jacob Limberopoulos, Shannon Lynch,
Each one of us is a brain, and an athlete, and a basket case, a princess, and a criminal. Does that answer your question?
J. Quan Maclin, Miranda McPeak, Alexander Makayat, Sultan Mackey, Cheyenne Malay, Justin Marrero, Cesar Marshall, Joseph Martinez, Tyler McCrossan, Jermaine McDougald, Sarah Mahani, Jasenia Mercado, Connor Merrifield.
Thank you to all my friends, family, and teachers that have helped me along the way. I'm excited to start the next chapter of my life at Niagara in the fall. Thank you.
Chase Michelli, Brooklyn Mitchell, Imani Mitchell, Esteban Montanez, Ryan Moore, Tiara Morgan, Vladislav Moroz, Tabarek Munim, Jacob Mirak,
I can't believe I graduated high school already. Thanks to my mom and dad and to all the others who helped me get here. I can't wait to start my journey in forensic science at West Virginia University.
Jesselyn Murphy, Kenneth Naples, Kylie Naylor, Todd Nelson.
Hi, this is Todd Nelson. I just want to thank faculty and staff for making these last 4 years at high school really nice. Can't wait to see you guys in the real world.
Kyle Newdorf. Daniel Newman. Kevin Nguyen. Jess Nolte.
Thank you so much to all my teachers, friends, and family for all the support you've given me over the years.
Stephen Nowak. Matthew O'Brien. Kristen O'Neill. Camille Osaji. Emma Osika. Brianna Patton. Joseph Polici. Ty Peraza. Michael Phillips. Olivia Pignatora. Caitlin Petruzella. Ian Pokorski.
Thank you, Sweet Home, for all the great and wonderful memories. But on to Nadiya I go for sports communications and baseball. Wish me luck.
Kelsey Prentice.
Thank you to my family, friends, and all of Sweet Home. You've provided me with amazing memories and lasting friendships I will cherish as I go forward to Geneseo in the fall. I couldn't have done it without you.
Ethan Prosser. Victoria Pulara. Sala Kamachi.
Hi, my name is Salah Kamachi, and I'm a software engineering student. I'm really thankful for my family for helping me get here today.
Kyle Ray. Brianna Reynolds. Shelby Richter.
Thank you to all the teachers and all my family for the support they have given me throughout my Sweet Home and high school years.
Salim Rodriguez. Austin Romanowski. Sean Romanowski. Logan Rusi. Kevin Rudzinski.
Hello, my name is Kevin Rudzinski, and I'm currently joining the fire department. I'd first like to thank my friends and family for the continuous support, and to my fellow classmates, congratulations.
Taylor Russell. Blake Russo. Zainab Saeed. Megan Seva. Savannah Sales. Faith Samsel. Aaliyah Sanders. Anaya Sardin. Isha Sateh.
Congratulations, class of 2020!
Luke Shriver.
graduation, everybody.
Noah Schroeder, Alex Sedke, Jared Serrano, Caitlin Scheel, Carly Ann Siesto, Ryan Sinclair, Amandeep Singh.
Hey everyone, it's Amandeep here. I just want to say I'm so happy that all of us graduated, and it was a lovely experience of me being here in Sweet Home High School. I seriously love all of my friends.
Blake Smith,
Hey, I just want to say congratulations to everybody as a part of Class of 2020. It's been a rough year, but we made it. Yes, sir.
Blake Smith, Alex Stoffiger, Mackenzie Stefano, Kyle Steger, Hunter Stewart,
Congratulations to the class of 2020. Thank you for all the friends and memories I've made along the way, and thank you to all the teachers and staff who helped me become who I am over the last 13 years.
Christopher Stinson, Aman Syed, Victoria Zurle, Sajan Tamang, Michael Torito.
What's up, Sweet Home? I just want to thank every single one of you. Love you all. Love every single staff member. But I just want to shout out Miss Kimberly Gugino, my favorite teacher. Love you all, and peace.
Sofia Torito, Alexis Thaler, Timothy Thomas, Kylie Tolsma, Yulisa Tosado Munoz.
Thank you, Mom and Dad, and everyone else who made my high school experience special. Can't wait to start my college journey. Congrats, class of 2020.
Justin Toth, Isabella Trifolo,
Thank you, Sweet Home Class of 2020, for all the amazing memories. On to the next four.
Albert Truppi,
Hey everyone, I'm happy that I got to graduate with all the best people I got to meet with, and I'm thankful for that, and I can't wait to go to Buff State.
Chloe Tullius, Lizzie Turner Vance, Christian Urbanski, Matthew Van Slyke, Zanaya Vaughn, Jeremy Vicario, Riley Wakoyak, Jahan Ware, Autumn Wells.
Congratulations, class of 2020. I would just like to thank my mom and my friends and my family and also my teachers.
Jeremiah White,
Hey guys, just coming from the back, King J. White. I just want to thank everybody for helping me out, my family, my friends, taking to school for graduation. Thank you and God bless.
Ashley Whitehead, Jessica Whitehead, Daniel Wilk, Patrick Wilkinson, Nicholas Will,
Thank you, Mom and Dad, for all the support over the years. I finally made it.
Anaya Williams, Autumn Williams, Gina Williams, Marteza Williams, Summer Raven Williams, John Joseph Wilson.
I'd like to thank all the teachers and friends I've made for helping me throughout the year. Thanks.
Teal Winkle,
Hi everyone, thank you to my family for always supporting me and my teachers for helping me throughout the years. I'm so excited to be attending Trocaire College in the fall. Bye!
Alyssa Woodford,
I would like to thank my friends and family for helping me through my journey through high school. I'm so excited to further my education with Nazareth College. Go Golden Flyers!
Benjamin Yacano,
Hey everyone, I just want to say congratulations. We did it. We passed. I'd like to thank my mom, my teachers, and all my friends for supporting me. Thank you guys so much.
Andrew Yagorek, Ashvina Zahid, Ibrahim Zidam,
Graduation, everybody.